Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today we're just gonna do a signs from nature spirit. Um, so this will be pretty much about like nature signs in nature, and and we'll see like what those signs mean and what they're trying to indicate to you. So let's just dive right in. Please and thank you, Spirit. What are some signs and synchronicities that the collective needs to look out for right now? Please and thank you. Okay, that's way too many, Spirit. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay, that's not too many. Maybe we'll go with that. Okay, yeah, I think we'll go with these ones. So first up is Four of Cups. And then Page of Wands. The Magician. And the Temperance card. So, I'll wait until this truck passes, yeah. Oh, I couldn't remember that word. Okay. First off, with this one, I'm getting, literally, I feel like you could be seeing mice or rats or some other kind of rodent, could even be a squirrel, around body of water. So maybe if you go down to the river and you see a squirrel, that could be a sign for you. It seems like there's something pertaining to being close to water there. And also, like, I feel like that sign could be telling you that you are being selective in the right kind of ways. You're doing what is best for you. You're trusting your intuition as well. The Page of Wands here, you could see like little garter snakes. I think that's how they're pronounced. Also flower blossoms. If there's any flower blossoms that you walk by that are like standing out to you or like take your interest, I would suggest to take a picture of them and then look them up later on. I actually have a plant identifying app on my phone that's called PlantNet, I want to say. And I use that to identify random plants and flowers that I come across that I'm curious about. So that could be a sign for you as well. And those signs I feel like could have to do with infinite wisdom, especially the snake, especially the way that it's shaped here, like the infinity symbol. Can't talk today. But I'm also getting hope, optimism about the future. So maybe these are signs as well that remind you to stay hopeful, remind you to stay optimistic, and remind you that better things are on their way. I do feel like there's an aspect of sunshine with that one as well. These could be signs that you see on like a sunny day. I don't know why, but the sun is sticking out to me for some reason. The Magician card. So maybe you're like watching National Geographic or, Animal Planet probably isn't around anymore. But is National Geographic even a channel anymore? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't have cable, but like maybe like a YouTube National Geographic video you come across and maybe it has something to do with jaguars or other wild cats. That could be a sign for you. Also cats in general. If you see like a stray cat here and there, maybe there's a sign there for you. Also things that involve spots. I know that the other week I saw a butterfly with spots on it, and that was interesting to me because I had never seen one before with spots specifically. Or maybe it was like those specific spots that I saw that I was like, oh, that's unique. So keep an eye out for things that have spots. So it could even come in the form of like a butterfly or something that you don't really expect. That could be something that is important for you. Again, there's also the infinity symbol, so there's like infinite wisdom. Also, this is a sign I feel, because the message behind the Magician is obviously being that powerful manifester, going through a lot of like different lessons throughout life, learning those lessons, gaining knowledge, and moving forward. Again, there is sun imagery, so the sun could be very important. Maybe a sunny day could be some sort of sign to you, like me. Like it could be something too that's kind of random. Like maybe you look at the forecast and it says it's going to rain, and then you go outside and the sun comes out. You know, it could be something like that where you're like, wow, that's kind of weird that it did that. When I looked at the forecast, you know, just a few minutes ago, and it said it was going to rain all day or whatever. Like that could be a sign for you, and I feel like that could be a sign from spirit that's telling you that they're with you if you need them to support you, protect you. But also the sun, if you think about like the sun card, which is like the happiest card in the deck, it could be something about good health, happiness, prosperity, you know, just like good feelings and high energy too. Maybe that's also another sign, is like maybe you randomly get a burst of energy and you're not really sure where it comes from. It could be a sign. But yeah, you have like this infinite wisdom that's like handed to you by the divine, and it could come through your intuition and your heart specifically, because this infinity symbol kind of looks like it's in the heart chakra area. So yeah, maybe pay attention to your heart and what your heart says. Trust in that. Trust in love. Yeah, but also like stray cats could be also a sign, or like just cats in general. Maybe you see like a neighborhood cat, or maybe one of your local stores has a cat. Like it could be a sign for you. And I feel like that sign could very well be telling you that you are manifesting your dreams right now. Whether you see that or not, it's going on in the background because you've done the work. The Temperance card. This one is a little bit more interesting. So obviously, like I want to say that's a crane. There's just like a bunch of different birds that look like that, so I want to say that's a crane. I don't think it's a pelican or a. What are the other types? I don't know. I think it's a crane. So you might see that, or oh, maybe. What's a loon? What does a loon look like? I don't know. There's just like a lot of like those types of birds. So if you see a bird like that, obviously that's a sign. But it could also be like other types of birds as well. Like these kind of cranes, I believe they like to hang out near water. So like it could be even a duck, you know, that could be the sign. Like another kind of bird that likes water, or swan, you know, something that really sticks out to you for some reason. You're like, I don't really know what that means, but it's like sticking out to me, and that could be like a sign for you from spirit. And yeah, it's really showing me that you have done this, you know, this transmuting of pain, excuse me, of pain into something that's more beautiful, something that feeds you rather than takes away from you, something that fuels your fire here. You're able to like, yeah, you've gained a mastery over like changing your circumstances or your mindsets, or like things that are like bringing you down. You have a way of like being able to turn it around to make it work for you. And so like when you see those types of signs, that could be just a reminder from spirit saying like, you're doing a good job, you're on the right track, keep doing what you're doing. I see you, I see the work that you're doing. Also, like I'm getting like either a bonfire or campfire or something near water as well. So maybe like you're gonna have a bonfire with friends near water or something. That could be a sign as well. Yeah, there's something about like fire with water. Yeah, and that's kind of like what I'm getting more than anything. S'mores is also coming to mind when I think about that. So maybe you make s'mores around the campfire with friends or something. Or you may, this is such a random message, but like even buying something that's s'mores flavored could be a sign. I don't know. Yeah, actually, because it's like I'm almost getting like, you know how like stores sometimes will have like a monthly seasonal flavor, and maybe a store like has s'mores flavored things, and you're just like, you walk in, you see a display of s'mores flavored things, or a display of s'mores ingredients to make your own s'mores or something, and that could be like a sign for you. um, I think that the bonfire, the campfire, near water is a sign about, well, that process of transmutation for sure, but I feel like it also has something to do with like lighting the fire within, or finding or hanging out with people that help spark that fire within yourself, that passion and that drive for things. And then the s'mores, I feel like, are kind of a sign about like sweetness. Um, Maybe like something about like incorporating more sweetness into your life in general. And it doesn't have to be specifically food, it could just be um, being kinder to yourself, being kinder to those around you, um, being more empathetic, being more sympathetic to others, um, allowing people to give back that same energy that you give to others. Um, and, maybe it's also a sign that you need a sweet treat to treat yourself or something. So that could be also a sign there. There could be sun involved with this as well, this sign, but I'm not necessarily getting too much sun with this one. But it's possible. It's definitely possible that this could happen on a day that's sunny. This could happen, um, yeah, something about the sun could be pertaining to that as well. Oh, somebody's not having a good time. Yeah, I think somebody fell off their bike or something. She just has to cry it out. Or he, them. Almost sounds like they're half laughing. That could be a sign. Maybe you like have like a moment of time where you're like crying and then you start laughing because something funny comes to mind. Sometimes that happens to me. Sometimes I'll be in like a real serious mood and, super sad and crying, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, like I'll go on Facebook and see like the most random post ever, or I'll go on TikTok and something will make me laugh. Yeah. Sounds like they scraped their knee or something. We've all been there. We've all done that for sure. Yeah. That could also be a sign, that means to feel your feelings potentially. Let yourself be sad if you're feeling sad. Let yourself laugh if you feel happy, or if something makes you laugh, something tickles your fancy. Just maybe like feel your feelings if you haven't been. Because I think we typically tend to kind of push down our feelings when they're inconvenient, which most of the time our emotions are inconvenient, especially to this 3D reality that we live in. But they're very important to feel and accept that you're feeling that within yourself. Because the more you repress those feelings, the worse they become. Become greater monsters than if you just felt through that emotion and allowed yourself to feel that emotion without judgment and just like feel through it. So that could be a sign for you as well. Okay. Yeah, so let's clarify this Four of Cups, see what else there is for like what this sign could mean for you. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for this Four of Cups? What does this sign mean for the collective? Please and thank you. What is this sign trying to tell the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. You also may come across like a child that skins their knee, or, gets a boo-boo somehow and starts crying. And that could be a sign for you to like acknowledge your own feelings, process your own feelings. Yeah, and maybe even acknowledge your pain, because that could be very much important. Like maybe you're somebody that tries to put on a brave face and just push through something. But it's like it's okay to admit that you're hurt. It's okay to admit that you're uncomfortable, that this is a painful experience for you, because pain is a part of life. We can't have like, it's kind of like when you're sick and your nose is stuffy, and then you're like, think back on all the times when your nose wasn't stuffy and you're like, oh, I had so much wasted time. I feel like that's kind of the same thing with pain and that kind of thing, because it's like we wouldn't know those good days if we didn't have pain to kind of counteract that or show us the opposite of what that means. A lot of the times we don't really have context for these feelings or things that are happening in our lives without the darkness to kind of show us what the lightness looks like. Also, very interesting, before I was asking the cards, to clarify this Four of Cups, the Two of Cups was at the bottom of the deck and it's still there. You could be attracting love, like a soulmate sort of type of dynamic too. Reciprocal energy here. You both may have feelings for each other. If you have somebody in mind, that could be very relevant for you. Okay, so that Four of Cups is clarified by the Page of Swords and the Hanged Man. Okay, so if you see like some sort of like rodent or something that you relate to rodents, it doesn't even have to technically be within the family of rodents, like maybe like a mole or a vole or like one of those little creatures, that are under the ground, and it's like pops up and you're like, oh wow, that's weird, that's random. Like, I don't think they're technically related to like mice and rats and stuff like that. I want to say that squirrels are, though, or at least that's what I've heard. They kind of look similar, right? They have those eyes. But yeah, so like anything that kind of reminds you of sort of like a rodent doesn't have to be specifically, within the family of rodents, because I don't really know what that contains. But yeah, when you see this, it could be telling you that you're being watched, and not in a bad way. I think this is a very positive thing. I'm thinking this could be somebody in your 3D reality that's observing you. Maybe they're taking interest in what you have going on right now. I have no idea what that was behind me. You guys will have to tell me, or I guess I'll see when I'm editing. I wonder if that was a squirrel. Speak of the devil. Anyways, yeah. I feel like maybe the squirrel was the one watching me, observing me. Old squirrel stalker. Okay, anyways. Yeah, this could be somebody in your 3D reality that's observing you, watching what you have going on. Maybe they're digging whatever you got going on. Maybe they see you like working on something and they're like, wow, that's kind of impressive. And I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of attraction, because this is clarifying the Four of Cups. It could also be spirit watching you, observing you, seeing all of that you're doing right now for yourself and giving you the thumbs up. Like, hey, I see what you're doing. Keep doing it. The Hanged Man. So there is some sort of like shift in perspectives of things. So maybe you've shifted your mindset when it comes to like putting boundaries up or being more selective with the people that you let into your life. And it seems like a very positive change, a very necessary change even. And this could be also what this person is observing, if this is somebody in your 3D reality. Okay, it is a squirrel. Okay, I get kind of freaked out sometimes, like, because I'm like, wild animals, they're kind of, wild animals. I never know what to expect from them, because they kind of can beat to their own drum, dance to the beat of their own drum. I don't know, whatever that saying is. But yeah. Also, this could be indicating not only like your own enlightenment journey and learning and seeing things from a different perspective, but maybe you're inspiring others to follow suit. So maybe like when you're being selective about the people that you let into your life, that's inspiring other people to be selective about the people that they let into their life. When it comes to your spiritual awakening and shifting your perspectives, maybe that's inspiring other people to have that spiritual awakening and shift their perspectives about things. Yeah. It seems like you're definitely making an impact in the world. Um, whether you realize this or not, and I kind of feel like you may not realize this because this feels more like in the background, like somebody that's kind of observing silently from a distance. Not to make it sound creepy or anything. I don't think it's creepy. I think it's very much pure intentions. There's not like any red flags that are popping up for that for me. Um, yeah, I think mostly it's just people like observing you, and I think that there is a sense of being impressed. Um, Maybe even people feel like a novice, compared to you, whether it's like in your spiritual journey or whether it's in your ability to put up boundaries with others or be selective about the people you let around you. Things along those lines. Yeah, people may feel like a little bit even inferior compared to like your journey, but everybody's journey is different. So it's not really, you know, I've mentioned this before, our perspectives are different than the reality of things. Just because we feel inferior doesn't make us inferior. So, anyways, let's clarify this Page of Wands. See what oh, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to see if there's any other messages from this Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, it could be a romantic interest that you're interested as well, that you're interested in as well. And they could be observing you. Maybe they're seeing what you have going on. Maybe they see you on your spiritual journey and it's inspiring them. Could also be inspiring them to take action or build the courage to take action towards this if this is something that you both want, which it seems like it is. Okay, let's clarify this Page of Wands. Please and thank you, Spirit. What does this sign mean for the collective? Please and thank you. Or these signs, please and thank you. For the Page of Wands. Okay. Anything else for that Page of Wands, please and thank you. Anything else in regards to that page? Thank you. Anything else in regards to that page? Thank you. Okay. Of Wands. Okay, one of these flipped over. Let me grab it. Ooh. Well, now we are cooking. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I wasn't expecting this all for the Page of Wands. I'm just going to show you because this is kind of crazy. I'm super tired today, by the way, so I'm so sorry if I'm like slurring my words at all. I'm just exhausted. But I'm trying to keep going, being strong. I probably need to rest. I'm always on here being like, you need to rest, but honestly, it's probably mostly for me. Anyways, do as I say, not as I do, or whatever that saying is. Okay. Anyways, Five of Wands, Five of Cups. And then we have the Death card, the Emperor, and the King of Wands. Like, are you kidding me? That is like some powerful transformation going on. Okay, like like I don't know if you're like feeling this as much as I'm feeling this, but like this is intense. Like this transformation is insane. That's crazy, dude. So yeah, I see like internal conflict or conflict with others. I feel like it probably is mostly internal conflict. So like maybe you've had like cool like thoughts that have made you questioned if you're on the right path, if something's right for you, if it's not. We all have those conflicting thoughts within us from time to time. And I feel like you have experienced a lot of disappointment, especially in love or matters of the heart. It doesn't even have to be romantic love. It could be in terms of friendships, in terms of family, those types of connections. You may have had a rough go of it. And that's really hard to like deal with both of those things, especially as at once. And the message I was getting before with that Page of Wands was very much like, there's like a swarm of gnats in front of my face now, okay? That could be a sign, a swarm of gnats. Could be telling you that something's distracting you, or something's trying to get your attention, potentially, within yourself or within your environment. Anyways, Um, yes, before I was saying like how the Page of Wands card, I feel like, and like seeing the sign of snakes, snakes and or like blossoms, flowers, that kind of thing. Um, I feel like that could very much be telling you to like remain hopeful, uh, remain optimistic. So it's like you experience these like rough difficulties, these tensions, these conflicts. The fives typically deal with conflicts, and so, or they do in the tarot. Also, two fives here, so 55 or 555 could be a sign or synchronicity that you see. Um, yeah, that seems relevant to someone. And then it's like this huge transformation where it's like that past part of yourself that was conflicted, that past part of yourself that was sad and defeated is changing into, and again it goes back like, oh my gosh, this connects so perfectly to the reading I just did yesterday, where it was all about like you being able to regenerate, being able to transform, to have those rebirths, you know, those deaths, rebirths, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. And again, this is giving me that same energy, major transformation taking place. And it's like in situations where you felt disempowered, you now are powerful. You're able to find now like your own skill set, your own confidence. You have such respectability about you and like a wisdom that I feel like, again, I've mentioned this before, but I feel like it's beyond your age. I feel like you have the wisdom of multiple lifetimes. And then the Five of Cups of like this disappointment, feeling not good enough, you know, especially feeling not good enough. And then it's like this King of Wands is shifting that perspective. The King of Wands is a very confident king. Somebody that knows where their passions lie and goes for those passions, acts upon those intuitive like downloads and um, you know, signs, you know, that are telling you to go down a certain path. So it's like when it comes to love and feeling a sense of like either lack or not being good enough, it's like changing that mental frame of mind and changing into somebody that's much more confident, somebody that's more self-assured, somebody that is more confident in what they personally bring to the table, you know. And that's like a whole nother thing. It doesn't have to be according to societal values. Maybe I don't know, maybe I do knitting and I'm like pretty much the best knitter out there, right? But maybe there's not enough there's not a lot of people that want to buy knitted sweaters or scarves or whatever I'm knitting. But that does not indicate anything about the value of my own skill, because I know I'm the most skillful. Um, what did I say? Knitter. You know, I'm the most skillful knitter in my neighborhood. I don't know. Like, you know, like you just know where your skills lie and that you are very good, you know? And so it's like, even if you don't have that material validation or that external validation from society, you still know that that is a personal skill of yours that you are good at and nobody can take that away from you, regardless of the physical validation. And so it's like, there's also like this ability of like trusting the process again. You are so connected to the divine. And I wonder if this is something that's sort of amping up during this time, because it's like you've just become such a powerful badass. Like I just can't Like, look at that combination. Like, also very fiery as well. There could be fire sign energy, or just like that's what you're embodying during this time. Confidence, passion, forward motion. There's like a lot of masculine energy too. So like acting upon things, acting upon your passions, acting upon your ideas, going for what matters most. And like, I feel like also like you just have like this respectability within your community, within like maybe your work environment, or maybe your neighborhood, like local community in that way. But it's like, yeah, you're building a reputation for yourself that is very powerful. Um, and it's like very significant. I feel like people can see this transformation that you have done with yourself. Yeah. So like if you're going through this transformation process right now, and maybe you're still in the death stage, you know, where you're still kind of closing out one part of your life and opening another. Maybe you're not quite in the Emperor and King of Wands mode, but that is what is coming to you. That is who you are ending up to become. Does that make any sense? I'm so sorry if my words just do not make sense today. But yeah, like you're going to become this powerful person that's powerful in many different ways, not just one way, you know? I feel like you're also somebody that has multiple different skills. I feel like you're not just skillful at one thing. You have many different skills, and maybe you're realizing that. Maybe Spirit is encouraging you to explore those skills and develop them even further. But yeah, you just have like this major amount of respect and dignity. That's a word that's popping out to me right now for some reason. Maybe you felt like disempowered in the past. Maybe you felt like you were lacking dignity, or people didn't give you the dignity that you deserve. And so now you're giving yourself that dignity. You're building a dignity for yourself. And I feel like that will probably be specific to like certain people. But yeah, like a certain way that you are finding ways to build a sense of dignity for yourself and standards. Okay, so this is kind of going back to having standards. Yeah. That could be important. Also, I just remembered that on my way walking to this spot, I saw I want to say it was a dragonfly wing. And so that could be a sign for you as well. I've never seen one not on a dragonfly, so I was pretty intrigued by it. And that could be telling you something about taking flight, or something in your life is about to take flight. Something is about to happen for you. Take off. Yeah. Okay, let's clarify this Magician card. Bottom of the deck as well. Sorry, I thought I had to burp. Three of Cups. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try not to yawn as much as possible. We'll see. I'm gonna probably honestly, I'm probably gonna just go to bed early tonight because I'm exhausted. Okay. Anyways, focus B. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So reconnecting with friends could be something that you're feeling called to do during this time. Reconnected with anybody, even. It could be acquaintances, could be old coworkers, could be romantic interests, you know, anybody truly like that you want to reconnect with right now. Maybe you're feeling like you want that sense of community, you want to feel supported by others. That could be really good for you. And also that could help you kind of keep an optimistic mindset, keep a more positive, hopeful kind of energy, if that's something that you're struggling with. Maybe reconnecting with friends, family, pets, you know, anybody that's around you that you love and that loves you, could help you promote that optimistic thinking, that hopeful thinking, especially if you need it right now. Yeah, so let's clarify that Magician card, please, and thank you, Spirit. What does this sign mean for the collective, please and thank you? Oh my goodness. That one went flying. We got a flyer. Okay. Let's try not to make everything go crazy. Only take what is meant for us. Okay. So let's go with what just came out. Okay. So 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck again. So that's more about like reconnecting with people. So clarifying the Magician is the 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're putting down this burden that you've been carrying for quite some time. It could be related to love, and it kind of feels like it could very well be related to love, carrying too many burdens in relationships, not receiving enough back, like a lack of balance here, like you putting in all the work and not receiving the same energy back. And this is something that you've realized, and so you're starting to change that, you know? You're starting to be like, wait, why am I the only one here putting in all the effort? I deserve better than that. And so that's when you step into this Queen of Swords energy, where you're like, actually, yeah, I know what's best for me. I know where I need to draw these boundaries and where I don't. I know who I want to allow into my life, in my energy, and who I do not want to allow into my life, into my energy. Yeah, so like I'm definitely feeling like you're growing boundaries, you're growing standards for yourself. And maybe you're not quite seeing the payoff for those things yet, but it's coming. Especially because that's followed by the 4 of Wands and then the 2 of Wands. 4 of Wands, that's like about, well, if you believe in twin flames, it's the twin flame card, 1111. Could be significant. That could be a sign or synchronicity for you. And it's all about union, joining together with somebody. Also, celebration in general. If it's not union, it could just be a celebration of some sort of milestone that you've passed, but it definitely feels like celebrating with another person, at least one other person. Maybe something that you're building abundance in, maybe in a certain area of your life. And then there's like plan making here. But I feel like this could be very much outside of you. This 2 of Wands, this person making plans. I'm almost wondering if it's connected to that 2 of Cups that we saw earlier at the bottom of the deck. Because I feel like you may be coming into union with somebody now that you have dropped those unnecessary burdens. Realize that that was a pattern of behavior that you want to change and actively started changing it. And now that you've grown these standards and this ability to make boundaries with people, to have those more uncomfortable conversations that are so necessary. It's like a certain amount of confidence and like knowing your worth is attracting this very beautiful union that somebody really wants, because there is planning here. Somebody is planning to come towards you in hopes that this can happen. And since you are in that Queen of Swords energy, it could be a little bit intimidating, but the right person will not be intimidated, or they will get over that sense of being intimidated if they're the right person for you, if they're meant to be with you. I'm also getting that maybe somebody wants to get your attention as well. Yeah. I'm almost even getting like you may see somebody within your community or within your routine, like maybe somebody that you see day in and day out. Maybe somebody starts to show you more attention than they have in the past. Maybe you catch somebody looking at you way more than they usually do. Or like you sense like little things here and there and you're like, is that a sign that this person's like kind of into me? And I feel like you're kind of like spot on with that. Like maybe trust your intuition when it comes to that. Because I feel like there's somebody around you, at least one person, that's around you that is like kind of like feeling you, I feel like, and making plans in the back of their mind like, I wonder when I can talk to this person or have a conversation, or I wonder if we could meet up for coffee sometime. You know, it's like they're making plans of some sort. Yeah. So, and even like, I'm even getting like that peacocking kind of energy. Like, I feel like it was like a thing back in the day. I don't know if it's still like around as like a term or whatever, but the peacocking energy, which is really just like trying to show off to, you know, pretty much like a peacock, like a male peacock, trying to impress the females, you know, with this big, beautiful feathers, pretty much like same energy. So I wonder if like maybe there's even somebody around you that's like trying to impress you. Like maybe like they're like, oh, I'm almost kidding. Like it's kind of cringy, but like it's kind of cute at the same time. It depends on like your opinion of these types of things, but I'm almost getting, if you're into like men or masculine people, I almost get somebody like trying to show off by lifting something heavy or something, you know, like, and like maybe it's something that you really don't care about and like have no interest in, like whether or not this person can lift this heavy thing, but like in their mind they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna love this, you know. So you may even find like somebody like acting a little bit silly, like trying to show off in front of you, and you're just like, what is with this person? I think it's literally because they have a crush on you or something. They're trying to like impress you with their like physical strength or something. It's cute. But yeah, and so like that's what you're manifesting for yourself by laying down those burdens that you've been carrying for a long time, by building those boundaries and those standards for yourself. And so when you see those signs of like cats or things with polka dots or sunny days, you know, things that have to do with the heart chakra, because yes, this is the magician that I was pointing out that the infinity symbol is very much like in their heart chakra area. So yeah, trusting your heart as well. So I feel like, yeah, and especially if this is something that is related to romance, which it feels like it is, yeah, like I feel like trust your heart. You know, if you feel good vibes with somebody, if you feel like there's a connection, believe that, you know, trust in that. Yeah. So I feel like that's pretty much what that is trying to tell you. Like if you see cats, if you see things with polka dots on them, or like a sunny day that just comes out of the blue, those are all signs that this is on the way for you, that this is coming in for you because of those things that you have done for yourself. Bottom of the deck with the Three of Cups. Okay, now I'm getting a different message. It's telling me that this person that is romantically interested in you may be in your friend group, or just somebody that you, yeah, I'm like getting like it could be anybody that you haven't built a romantic relationship with yet. Like it doesn't feel like an ex. It doesn't feel like somebody that you have some sort of romantic history with. I feel like this is kind of a new person. Like if it's not a person in your friend group, it could be somebody that you see within your routine. Like maybe at the grocery store you bump into this person a lot, or maybe it's your neighbor that you always have a conversation with, and it always seems to like be, maybe it's something that makes you feel energized and happy after you speak to that person. Like it's somebody that you have good feelings about, but I don't sense that it's there's no romantic past. I feel like if there's gonna be romance, it's gonna be new, it's gonna be fresh. Like, and if it is one of your friends, it could be that the only way that you have ever expressed feelings between each other is that through friendship, you know? And so maybe it's starting to take more of a romantic turn. And so it's like, even though you don't have any romantic past with this person, you have the past of their friendship. And so it's not like a complete stranger. I feel like there is like some sense of familiarity to some degree, and that's what makes this person a little less intimidating to either you or maybe that person to you. There's like some sort of sense of comfortability between the two of you, even if it's not anything like super comfortable. Like it doesn't have to be necessarily a friendship that you've had for like years. It could just be an acquaintanceship that makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, and so like follow that feeling as well, you know. And that could be a sign for you, kind of indicating who this person is that digs you and who you may dig back. So that's kind of the message I'm getting with that Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's go on to this Temperance card and clarify that. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is this sign trying to tell the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit, for these signs that I mentioned, the Temperance card. Please and thank you, Spirit. What are these signs on the Temperance card trying to tell? First one to pop out is the Justice card. Yeah, the Justice card has been coming up a lot for the collective. There's some sort of huge sense of justice that is happening in the collective. Whether it's happening right now or it's going to be happening, it's beautiful and it's big and meaningful, because that's a major arcana, the Justice card. And it's clarifying a major arcana, which is the Temperance. So big things are happening to create a sense of justice. And I feel like it could very well be a karmic sense of justice, something that may not be in the 3D, but rather like emotionally, mentally, like you're just like feeling good about something. Could even be a change in mindsets, or something that's like just feeling good in general. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. I'm almost wondering if this is a message for me about rest. But yeah, if you're feeling the need to rest, your body needs rest. Also through rest, through taking care of yourself, you may find that like this sense of justice gets worked out in the process of you taking care of yourself. I'm not really sure exactly how to articulate that other than that, but like I think only good things can come about you taking care of yourself, you making sure that you're well rested, giving to yourself the things that you need. And it also, I think, will bring about... Okay, so my phone died at this point. And I do not remember where I was going with the point that I just left off on. And it didn't record that last section. But I think I'm going to upload this anyways, because there may be a message in here that is helpful for someone, or a sign or synchronicity that will be helpful for somebody out there. So I think I'll upload it anyways, even though the ending isn't really there. And it may feel a little bit weird to watch a tarot reading where, you know, there's no conclusion, or, you know, it's not finished. But I'm hoping that it will reach the right people, and maybe this will be good for them. You know, maybe something in there is still worth putting out there. But yeah, this could also be a sign from Spirit for me to take a rest, because as I mentioned in the video, I was very exhausted. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'll upload it, and whoever is meant to see it and get something out of it will see it and get something out of it. And yeah, hopefully there's still something in there that is of use. I'll do my little outro, just one moment. Okay, so if this resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we could be a little bee family together. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. So thank you so much, and bye.